show you how to make mini pepper nachos. So if you're on a low carb diet, you probably realize that chips are not the best in your diet. So I came up with the idea of using these little mini peppers to make my own chips. Now if you can't find the mini peppers, you could use full regular sweet peppers and just cut them into chips shapes for you, but I love the mini peppers for this recipe. So I already have my meat cooking on the stove and starting to brown up. I'm going to work on getting my peppers prepared for it. TJ's going to have these on chips, so you'll see that I'll be doing half of the tray as chips and half of the tray as sweet peppers. That's a great way to work it out if you have a couple different diets in your family. To prepare your peppers, you're going to cut off the tops. You're going to slice them in half, and then you're going to want to take out the little veins inside here and any seeds that you see. My recipe calls for 20 peppers for 4 servings, and each serving is about 300 calories. If you have more calories in your diet, then you can cut up more and serve more. Sometimes what I do is for my husband, I actually do 2 servings for him or 3 servings. That's why a lot of my recipes will be 4 servings. So I've laid out the peppers and the chips. I added a couple extra peppers just because these peppers seemed a lot smaller than when I originally measured out the recipe. So I'm just going to add a few extra. I've actually already portion controlled all my ingredients for my side and measured everything out just because I like to try and make sure that my portions are pretty close to what I need. So what you're going to do is make sure that your peppers are really nice and close. And you're going to sprinkle on some beans. And you can do any kind of beans that you like. I did black beans because I really like black beans. Okay? And then you're going to sprinkle on the meat. The original recipe called for chicken, but tonight I'm going to do beef. And then on top of that, you're going to add your cheese. Okay. You want to try and keep it as close to on the peppers as possible. Make sure all your peppers have a little bit of cheese on them at least. Okay. And then you need to decide if you want to add your olives and tomatoes and have them bake also. I have my oven preheating at 350. I do not like my tomatoes cooked, so I'm going to leave those off until afterwards when I get this on my plate. I also have some corn that I'm roasting in a pan. I had some corn that I need to use up in the fridge, and so I thought this might be really good to add to this recipe. So here's the nachos all ready to go into the oven for 350 degrees for 10 minutes, 5 to 10 minutes. You just basically want to melt the cheese on these. You don't want to cook the peppers too much or they might get a little soggy on you. You don't necessarily have to put this in the oven. You could just do this all on a dish and put it in the microwave to melt the cheese, but we really like the flavor that the oven brings to this. So I'm going to add this into the oven and let it cook. So here they are right out of the oven. You can either portion them onto the plate with a spatula or you can slide it right off the paper if it's already portioned out for you. And I'm going to just add my little bit of extra on here to show you what it looks like when it's all done. To finish this off, I am just going to add my tomatoes on top. There's lots of things that you could add to this, whatever you like on your nachos, especially vegetables. Add as many vegetables as you want. And then I am not using sour cream. I'm using Greek yogurt. I found that the flavoring is really close for me, and I've gotten really used to just substituting the Greek yogurt out. I'm just going to add a few dollops of that. I don't think I have this in my recipe, but you could also add cilantro. I love cilantro, and so I'm just going to add a little bit here and there on it. And there you go. So, baked sweet pepper nachos. Very easy, very low carb.